Good morning. You are listening to the Coach's Corner on KYNT. Now, let's go to the voice of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles, Bryce Ladwig.
Good morning. This is the Coach's Corner. Bryce Ladwig with you here this morning from our studios at 1019 Broadway Avenue here in Yankton. Yankton Gazelles faced off against Sioux Falls Lincoln last night in the season opener. Gazelles fell 36-22. And overall, yes, this was a loss, but a good effort from the Gazelles. And I saw some things last night that are pretty positive. We'll talk to head coach Trey Creer about that here shortly this morning on the Coach's Corner. Thanks for those that are returning from the kind of a little bit of a break. We had a pre-recorded edition last week, and this week going back live from the studio. The winter season will be a little bit different than the fall. I don't expect a lot of in-studio guests this season, but we will have a lot of live phone calls and pre-recorded interviews, but still live here from the studio. We'll talk all Yankton basketball teams, Yankton wrestling, and gymnastics, as well as just Yankton activities with activities director Ryan Moores when he joins the show. So I'm looking forward to an excellent winter season. I want to thank you for joining us as we do so. When we'll start things off here, we'll talk about the Yankton Gazelles last night in action. As I said, the varsity lost 36-22. The junior varsity, however, took a big victory, 40-23. Kylie Medina scored 10 points to lead the way. Kayla Llewellyn had 8 points. Addie Skellhouse added 7 in that victory. So Yankton JV, nice job. Congratulations. The C game for Yankton didn't go as well. Lincoln took that one. That was 43-21. But Kenzie Gaziski had 7 points and 6 rebounds to lead the way for the team in red. So that was sub-varsity action and varsity action last night. But let's talk to the head coach when we return from our first break here on the Coach's Corner. And again, good morning and looking forward to you joining us all season long. This is the Coach's Corner.
SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab in Yankton has a newer research-based mindset when it comes to treating musculoskeletal aches and pains. We take the time to figure out where the pain is coming from and educate our patients on what they can do to improve their functional range of motion. We administer a range of treatments and preventative approaches that are customized to each individual patient and their health goals. Visit us on our website at swatchiropracticandrehab.com. When you need to feel better, visit SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab out by the lake on West Highway 52.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
It's time for a new kind of credit card, one that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by F&BO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. This is Bryce Ladwig. As I said, we'll talk Yankton Gazelles basketball and a little bit more depth here as we are joined on the Pete's Ranch phone line by head coach Trey Creer. Coach, good morning. You are the first phone guest of the winter season. Congratulations on that. Absolutely. All right, Coach, we talked in the post game last night briefly, 36-22 loss. Obviously, no one wants to open the season with a loss. However, there were positives on the floor that you kind of mentioned, and I'd like you to expand on those. I know you really did like the defensive effort from your girls. And then Macy Drotzman, I'll talk a little bit about her, just her effort in the paint. We saw her have some pretty good games last season, but it really seems like it's really kind of connecting for her as far as aggressiveness and his assertiveness in the paint. And then you have Huron, the home opener. That's coming up on Tuesday. Obviously, you want to get into your home gym, but we kind of talked again briefly, Coach, last night. Kind of what's the practice looking like between last night going into Tuesday? I know you said Sunday was off, right? Speaking of sub varsity action, Coach, just from what you can tell us, but that was a big JV victory last night. Yankton with the 40-23 win over Lincoln. And then the C game, 43-21 loss, but a good fight from those Gazelles. Why don't you kind of touch on those matchups real quick? Well, Coach, we'll talk before your matchup on Tuesday, but congratulations on the season starting. I know there's a long road ahead, but some good basketball last night, and always appreciate you joining us. Yeah, that was Coach Traker, Yankton Gazelles basketball. We will take a break, come back, and continue here on the Coach's Corner.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Are you looking to get your career moving? Then Truxedo Bed Covers is looking for you. Truxedo of Yankton has immediate openings for first, second, and third shifts and offers weekly pay, full benefits package with paid time off, paid holidays, a team-oriented atmosphere, climate-controlled work environment, and pay starting at $19.75 an hour. If you're ready to join the Truxedo team, visit truxedo.com/careers and apply today. Truxedo is a real truck company and equal opportunity employer.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests, Olson Pest Technicians can treat and cure them. Right now, they can provide grain fumigation on the farm and do one-shots for homes to keep pests out for the winter. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KIL-BUGS.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
You're listening to The Coach's Show on KYNT and KYNTV, brought to you by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
And welcome back to the Coach's Corner. This is Bryce Ladwig. Let's start talking Yankton Bucks basketball. And this will be our first time this winter season talking to Coach Chris Haynes, joining us on the Pizza Ranch phone line. Coach, well, hello for the first time. How was your fall season? I know you help with golf and stuff. And how was that transition from that into basketball?
Yeah, it was good. You know, the weather's definitely changing from the fall season. We had a pretty nice fall, and it was good to be out there with the boys again. And another good season. Excited now to get ready for the winter sports.
Yeah, and you spoke at the winter tip-off a couple weeks ago, and we'll kind of keep the conversation kind of close to that, Coach. We'll kind of start with your coaching staff. People like to know who's coaching all these boys all the way down into the sub-varsity levels. I'll kind of give you time to talk about them a little bit.
Yeah, another great staff back again. Feel very fortunate to have everyone back, just to have that continual coaching staff that's been around and to have that all through the program, that stability is just huge. So Coach Savvy's back again. We've basically been coaching together for over a decade now. And so super excited to have him on staff. And, with all these guys, it's one thing you go season after season, year after year with them. We spend a lot of time together, obviously in the winter, but also in the summer. And, you work together and stuff, but also we'll just develop great friendships and relationships with these guys. So excited to have Coach Savvy back again at the JV level. Coach Decker back, his fourth or fifth year with the program already. He did a couple years with us when he was student teaching. And now, since he's been a volunteer coach, and now he's been on staff through the school for a couple of years here too. And then Coach Schmitz is back for his second year. We had Coach Hale on staff last year at the high school as a volunteer coach, but as you know, the one change we have in the middle school level, Coach Randy Gross retired. Coach Gross, obviously a mentor of mine, and have leaned on him over the years for a lot of things. And I told him, just because he's retiring doesn't mean that he can't answer my phone calls anymore when I have questions or need something from him. So Coach Hale is going to move down to the 7th grade with that opening, and he'll be with Coach Lane. At the 8th grade, we have Coach Hobden and Coach Garvey back. Man, it's been quite a few years, obviously a long time. Coach Hobden's been doing that since even before I got here. And Coach Garvey's been along with him for quite a few years now. And then at the 6th grade level, we have Coach Simon. Coach moves back again.
And Coach, I don't want you to go through every single player on the roster. That would take a long time. But kind of part two, continuing from last year, yes, you lost some big-time seniors, some big contributors to the program, but not a lot of height on the team again. So kind of what's the identity of the team going into this season?
Right. First thing that I think most people see when they see our rosters are 8 seniors. And obviously that's great, a great number, and just a great group of kids. When I think of these 8 seniors, I think of guys that are kind of going against the status quo, and the fact of the era of specialization. These guys are proven, and this class has proven that you don't have to specialize, that you can play all the sports and still be very competitive in all the sports and have a lot of fun with your buddies doing them. When you look at, rugby being a four sport, Cody 4 sports, Mac 3 sports, and Drew 2 sports, Mikey 2 sports, all the way down the line. Isaiah, they all play, at least 2 sports, some of them 3, if not 4 sports. So I think that's the thing that will ring out to me with this group is they just love to play with each other, and they love to compete together, and they do it all year round. And, it's wintertime now in basketball season, and I'm just excited, and feel fortunate that as a coach that you have a group like this is fun to coach, and you can be in the gym with every day.
And it's kind of a 30,000-foot view, Coach, but kind of the sub-varsity level. I know you always keep your tabs on the players coming up. They come up from junior high and obviously into the sub-varsity ranks. How's the health of the Bucks basketball program looking?
Good. Our numbers are solid all the way up and down. Junior class is small. We only have 2 juniors. But other than that, sophomore class, I think we got 11 or 12 sophomores playing. We have 20 freshmen right now signed up. Talking with our middle school coaches, the numbers are solid down there. And then before we did a little middle school basketball academy where we had 60, 70 kids there. Our 1st through 5th grade fall academy, we had, it must have been 80, 90 kids. So there's a lot of kids in town that are interested in basketball and want to play. And, that's exciting to see. And, hopefully that continues for us.
You had a week of practices. I know you lost some because of the snow day, but overall, how have practices been?
Yeah. We say it every year, right, Bryce, is that we start this Monday and we already have to play next Friday. So for coaches, there's never enough time. We could practice 100 times and I would still look at it and go, we're not ready for a game. We got too much to work on. Our kids after day 1, they're probably like, oh yeah, they just want to go play a game. They think they're ready. So the first week is always a grind, no doubt about it. We like to do a few 2-a-days, practice in the morning and afternoon, just because there's so many things that you have to get through preseason before that first game. And you're constantly, as a coaching staff, we're constantly going back and forth of, okay, what do we have to introduce, and then what do we have to do? And I don't think there's any doubt we believe that basketball is a game of fundamentals strung together, so we need to be fundamentally sound. Personally, we believe in defense and rebounding, so hopefully, we've been working on that a lot. But you still have to get things in as far as out-of-bounds play, sideline out-of-bounds, some set plays for certain situations, some presses, some press breakers, some zone offense. So when you kind of look at the whole list of things that you need to get in, only having 2 weeks to prepare isn't much time. But again, with our 8 seniors, they've been great, great attitudes, just a great group of kids, and they're bringing the younger kids along and leading by example. So that's been good. Hopefully we can continue that. here to finish off this week and into next week.
Well, Coach, we'll have to set up a time to get a pregame interview done for the first game. That's at Harrisburg on Friday. And we'll get into more players and stuff in that conversation. I just want to say I appreciate your time and kind of giving us the overview of Bucks basketball. Can't believe it's already here.
Yeah, sounds good, Bryce. Appreciate you as well, and looking forward to our conversations this winter.
That was Coach Chris Haynes, Yankton Bucks basketball. Take a break, come back, and continue here on the Coach's Corner.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Support a local business that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts for Yankton's largest employers, Triple Time Rudy's. At Triple Time Rudy's, you get that local friendly feel and also a unique offering of products. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers, plus quality fuel products too. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway for your daily fill-ups and convenience needs. Pull in to Triple Time Rudy's today.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. I want to apologize to the viewers on KYNT. The head coach Trey Career audio had some issues. I know you could hear me, you just couldn't hear him, but that did go over radio. So for those listening, you're like, what the heck is he talking about? Well, check out KYNT, but don't hold that one part against me, please. Anyway, we'll work on that for next week. But I know that you were able to hear Coach Chris Haynes in that interview I had with him. Some big events today. I did not get a chance to catch up with Coach Riley Smith or Justin Olson. That's Yankton Wrestling and Gymnastics. But Coach Riley Smith and the wrestling squads already have a match under their belt, but they're heading to to Watertown High School for a big invite. Multiple schools there. That actually, the JV has started, but varsity starts for girls and boys at 10 a.m. So in exactly half an hour, they will kick off action there. And then Yankton Gazelles Gymnastics are at a varsity invitational at Sioux Falls Jefferson High School today. That also starts. That actually starts in about an hour and a half. That's an 11 a.m. start. And so good luck to the Gazelles Gymnastics and to all of Yankton High School wrestling. Looking forward to seeing those results. Here, just in a few moments, we will have YHS Nation. I know you remember hearing that in the fall season before our football pre-games. Well, we're going to bring it to you this year during the Coach's Corner. Braden Butler, our very own, catches up with some activities, or Yankton High School activities, leaders and some student athletes or student activities, and combinations of kids and activities to catch up on. Just kind of a constant variety. He's looking forward to seeing who he is able to catch up with and see what's going on at Yankton High School. That'll be YHS Nation. Then we'll come back here to the Coach's Corner and wrap things up here from our second edition of the Winter Coach's Corner show. and get on with our weekend. A lot of plans this weekend, and I don't know what the weather really is supposed to. Should really listen on the way in. I was listening to our very own Josh Bolter give some weather updates, but I was so focused on the show, I didn't really catch the temperature for the rest of the day. So that weather update will also be on KYNT here later today. We'll take a quick break, come back with YHS Nation.
It's that time of year again, and Yankton Rexall recommends you protect yourself from the flu bug by getting a flu shot from our pharmacy. Hi, this is Michael. Stop in anytime, Monday through Friday, and receive your seasonal flu shot. No prescription or appointment necessary. We'll even bill Medicare or insurance for those eligible. Stop in and let us protect you from the flu bug this season. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Welcome, everybody. You're listening to YHS Nation. YHS Nation's look inside at all the activities and events in the coming week for Yankton High School, as well as a more in-depth look at an activity, event, opportunity, or organization that is related to YHS. This week's YHS Nation interview was conducted by KYNT news correspondent Josh Bolter, as he got a chance to sit down with Junior Achievement member Tessa Wilbur. They have an upcoming event here in Yankton, talked about what that event entails and what just Junior Achievement as a whole is as an organization. Now it's time to look at the schedule for the activities this weekend. We got an action-packed Saturday here. Oral Interpretation Varsity State Tournament is today at Mitchell High School. Wrestling girls and boys varsity has a tournament as well in Watertown, kicking off at 10 a.m. And varsity gymnastics has an invitational versus multiple schools at Sioux Falls Jefferson High School. That one gets started at 11 this morning. That does it for the activities around YHS this weekend. Coming up after the break, that interview that Josh conducted with Tessa Wilbur. You're listening to YHS Nation on KYNT. With all the activities going on around Yankton High School, sometimes it's hard to keep up. But now with KYN TV, you never have to miss a moment of the action again. KYN TV is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, online at KYNT1450.com. And it even has its very own smart TV app on Roku and Apple TV devices. Download or subscribe today to ensure that you are always watching Yankton's home stream. Welcome back in on YHS Nation. We go now to the interview where KYNT news correspondent Josh Bolter got a chance to sit down with Tessa Wilbur to talk about junior achievement.
I'm Josh Bolter reporting for KYNT News. Today I'm speaking with Tessa Wilbur with the Junior Achievement Program. Tessa, can you just kind of first off tell me a little bit more about Junior Achievement?
Yeah, so Junior Achievement is a program where we have community volunteers go into the classroom and teach students about careers, money, and business ownership. And we really want community volunteers to go into the classroom so they can also tell stories about their job and to really bridge the gap between their career and what the students are learning in the classroom.
And can you just kind of speak to the importance of Junior Achievement?
Yeah, so we know that K-12 programming covers a lot of topics, but we believe junior achievement is so important because we really teach students life skills that they are going to need when they get out of the classroom. So we cover budgeting, investing, soft skills, what it takes to get a job, interviews, resume building. We really want students to be successful after graduation, whether that means they go on to a 2 or a 4-year education, or if they go right into the workforce. We believe that the concepts that we are teaching in our K-12 programming really are the building blocks to make sure that they are successful for whatever they do after graduation.
And you guys are going to be coming to Yankton High School on December 5th. Can you kind of tell me a little bit more about what's going to be going on that day?
Yeah, so we are very excited to be bringing our JA Ethics program to Yankton High School on Monday, December 5th throughout the day, where we will have executive level volunteers go into the classroom and teach students about ethics and ethical decision making. So it's a very interactive and engaging program where students really get to have meaningful conversations about different ethical situations that they may be presented with someday. And we provide the volunteers with everything, and we just really want them to encourage students to know that you will be faced with ethical decisions all the time in your life, so you need to have the appropriate knowledge about what steps do I have to take so I can make the appropriate decision.
And you guys, I know, are looking for volunteers. Can you kind of tell people where they can possibly look to sign up or get in contact with you guys about volunteering?
Yeah, so it's a one-time, 1-hour program on December 5th, and they are running it in English classes throughout the day. So we do have a need for some volunteers still. So if anyone is interested in volunteering, they can reach out directly to me at tessa.wilbur@ja.org, and I'll get them set up with a teacher, and they will present to a class of about 25 sophomores.
And is there anything else you want people to know about JA or just the event on December 5th?
We are so grateful for the partnership we have with the Yankton community and the Yankton School District. Especially, we do elementary programming there, which is multiple times in the classroom, and then we do this event at the high school. So we are just so grateful for their partnership. And if anyone is interested in getting involved or learning more about JA, they should definitely reach out. We are a statewide organization here, so we are in about 50 communities across the state, and so we are always in need of volunteers. So if you're passionate about really the education of students and making sure that the next generation is prepared and ready for what is to come after graduation, we highly encourage that you reach out and get involved and really just inspire the students in your community. So we just thank you so much for the opportunity to just talk about our program, because we are very passionate about it. We believe that we are truly making a difference in students' lives and helping them just be successful for their future.
And finally, do you guys have a website or maybe a Facebook page or anything like that that people can go to check out to find out more about you guys?
Yeah, so if they want to go to our website, it's just jasd.org, and you can find all our programs there. We've got resources for every single community, so definitely check that out. Otherwise, we are on Facebook and LinkedIn, so you can always reach out to us that way if you want to get involved or if you just want to know more about junior achievement.
All right. Well, thank you for your time today, Tessa.
Yeah, thanks so much, Josh.
I'm Josh Bolter reporting for KYNT News.
Want to enjoy some Yankton High School action but don't want to do the cooking for the get-together? Head out to the KYNT official watch party location, Finney's Sports Bar and Casino. With more TVs and a new and improved menu, bring your friends and family to Finney's for every game. Welcome back in on YHS Nation. Thank you again to Tessa Wilbur for sitting down and talking to KYNT News correspondent Josh Bolter about junior achievement and their upcoming event happening in Yankton. Now it's time to take a look at all the other events happening around YHS in the coming week, starting on Tuesday, December 6th. Gymnastics has a varsity meet at Sioux Falls Lincoln High School versus multiple schools. Wrestling boys and girls varsity have a quad versus multiple schools as well at Sioux Falls, Washington. That starts at 5 p.m. And of course, the Gazelles are back in action on the basketball court. Their home opener in a varsity game against Huron. We'll have coverage of that here on KYNT. Now moving ahead to Thursday, December 8th, varsity gymnastics has a quad versus multiple schools at the Mitchell Mega Gymnastics Center. That starts at 5 p.m. Also starting at 5 p.m. in Vermilion, wrestling boys and girls varsity triangular versus multiple schools. That is once again in Vermilion at Vermilion High School at 5 p.m. Now looking ahead at next Friday, December 9th, varsity basketball boys and girls have a doubleheader at Harrisburg High School versus the Harrisburg Tigers. We will have coverage of both of those games on KYNT with Bryce Ladwig on the call. That's going to do it for this week's episode of YHS Nation. Thank you again to Tessa Wilbur for sitting down and talking to Josh Bolter. Of course, thank all of you for listening. I've been Braden Butler. Until next week here on YHS Nation, stay safe, be good people. We're out.
The holidays are approaching, and while you're busy planning family gatherings and other events, you may forget everything else. The Yankton Medical Clinic reminds you to use all remaining flex dollars before the end of the year. Whether you're due for a checkup, in need of a procedure, or burn yourself cooking that turkey, the physicians at the Yankton Medical Clinic are available to help. You spend all year planning your finances. Don't let your flex spending dollars go to waste. Call for an appointment today or visit yanktonmedicalclinic.com. So much care, so close to home.
And welcome back to the Coach's Corner. Thanks to Braden Butler for bringing us the YHS Nation segment of our show here today. Thanks to all of our coaches for joining us. We'll catch up with all of them next week. Excuse me. And just looking forward to that. We'll try to get that phone issue fixed. That's for head coach Trey Career called in, and radio audience was able to hear him. YouTube audience was not. So we'll try to get that work done for next week's edition of the Coach's Corner. Thanks to all of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible, and to Pizza Ranch, providing the Pizza Ranch phone line, and to SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab as well for sponsoring the show right on your screen there on KYNT. Always appreciate all of the support. This has been the Coach's Corner. Have a great weekend, and we will continue on with Yankton activities throughout the weekend and into next week. This has been the Coach's Corner.
FM 1021 and AM 1450 KYNT Yankton.
From ABC News,